forgot what I had that one. Okay, back into it.
Live less life than the average 30-year-old. That's why men prefer younger women in general. But sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just clarifying because everything gets clip farmed, and before you know it, I'm back in handcuffs.
So not 18, 19. But I'd happily take an 18-year-old on their birthday. Like
Why?
Closer to 18. I just want them,
That's so crazy. She literally just was trying to shame Andrew and say, well, he likes 18-year-olds. And then this bitch literally just says, oh, I'll happily take an 18-year-old on his birthday. What the fuck? I'm trying to tell you, this shit is crazy.
to be young, innocent. I want to strip them from that. I
Yeah,
want to
steal
take
their
their
innocence.
What the fuck? And she says it with nobody said anything about this? Nobody is saying anything about this shit?
Their toes curl up as they come for the first time from a girl. Like, I love that. And I also think it's educational. So I'm obsessed
How's
with
it educational?
You think about sex education at school. It's from a middle-aged teacher that's not been laid. And they basically say, you have sex, or you're probably going to die from an STD. There's no information. If anything, they should whip up one of my DVDs, put it on screen and show, look, that's how the dick enters the pussy. This is how you get a girl wet. There's none of that.
Oh
so
my
me
God,
having sex with them.
So you want
this is
teachers to show children pornography to explain how sex works. Sheesh. This bitch is fucked in the head.
a woman's body. Yes, a woman's Andrew, not trans. And
I don't think you're trans.
and
We'll come to that.
They don't know how to pleasure a girl. They've not touched a girl. They've just watched videos, online where they're slapping, they're choking, they're hair pulling. And then they go to do it on a woman or a girl for the first time.
That's
She's
terrible.
probably going to cry rape for the next day.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a criminal charge of that. You're probably going to get sued if that happens this time.
Probably need to talk from experience there. But like with me, I love educating them. Like they've never fingered a girl before. They've never...
So you
learnt what
educate
they
your
like.
guys when you
This shit
speak
is
with them.
crazy.
Not all the time. Some of them are in their 80s and their wife's dead. Like they've been having sex for years, but some of them are 18 and haven't lost their virginity. They haven't been having sex. So I love lying there and saying, look, do whatever you want to me, trial and error. And if anything, I'm protecting women because then the next girl they sleep with, they know how to choke properly. They know how to slap. They know how to fuck and they know how to pleasure her. And also I give them such a safe environment. Like, I mean, if you had an 18-year-old son, would you send him to me on his 18th birthday?
Fuck
No.
no.
Okay, so your
Fuck
son will probably lose his virginity after going to a club. He's probably been drinking. The girl
Fuck
might have done
no.
drugs. They then go back to some hotel or
I
parents'
don't
house.
think
whatever.
I'm raising him that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
but regardless.
What about if he falls in love and loses his virginity to someone he loves?
And what if the world becomes a really happy place? You're talking. It's unrealistic. When people lose their virginity, it's probably after a night out.
So it's more realistic I send my son to you.
Yeah.
Who slept with 1,000.
Are you saying, Rob, that your children are going to do what you want? Is that
On your
what you're trying to
18th,
say?
on his 18th
Because
birthday, I'll go
they're
and find
independent
him.
people, Rob.
are.
No, they can
are.
make
Now
their
he's
own decisions,
control it.
Rob.
They
Don't
can.
come out with that crap.
But
Well,
when you
I
think-
think my kids are... You don't have kids. And I think my
No.
kids are older than your kids. So de facto, I think I've got a bit more experience in being a dad. Because everyone
18th
talks about how it is until their kids actually do disobey them, which they do.
No, they won't.
Right, Rob, on your son's 18th birthday, I'll be stood on the driveway with a balloon and a happy birthday card. I'll take his virginity, but I'll take him to a safe, controlled environment. I'm not going to cry rape the next day. I'm STD tested. I can educate him on a body. So the next girl he sleeps with, because if that's the girl he falls in love with, she's going to want a good shag. She's going to want to be pleasured. She's want to walk away from him and go, fuck, that was good. Yeah, I want to see him again. I want to stay loyal to him because he was amazing in the bedroom.
Rob, you should do it.
Do you really believe this?
Rob, do
Yeah.
it.
Okay, would you send your son to Bonnie, age 18, birthday?
I don't need to, but you need to.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
Are you judging me,
Yeah,
Andrew?
of course. I'm just saying that. Like,
Andrew, I do father and son as well.
do you?
Yeah.
No, thanks. But
Yo, man.
Bit
no,
of double
no way.
penetration.
Holy shit.
Well, you need to find out if I'm trans. I think you and your brother, double penetration, then you'll know the
Oh my
truth.
God.
Okay,
that's
first things
crazy.
first. You're not
Jesus, fuck
trans, and I
crazy.
knew you weren't trans.
Is that because
100%.
you've had multiple wanks?
No, it's just 100%. You're.
Or
you're
is
not
that because
trans.
you left this at my last event? Oh, you don't want to touch it? I thought you might be thirsty. You want to rinse it for cum?
Bonnie. Bonnie. I knew you weren't trans. However,
Yeah.
I would argue that a lot of the men who fuck you are gay.
No, it can be intimidating, though, for guys.
No, it's not about intimidation. They are gay.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Because
Their dick is entering a pussy.
there's too much male DNA all around that scenario. The reason I find female promiscuity
Disgusting.
by and large, for my
Yeah.
That man, like he said, nigga, it's too much. It's too, and that's what I be trying to tell niggas. Like, it's too much There's too many niggas. Too many niggas you letting inside of you, like, and then we know where they finishing. We know what's going on. We know we ain't stupid.
Stupid.
So it's like, that's why I can see where he coming from with that, because it's like, why would you want to go do that and a nigga just was in there? A nigga was just in there 2 seconds ago, and you want to stick your dick behind another nigga? Y'all niggas is
Fatality.
y'all niggas is cooked for real.
Personal sexual appetite, quite disgusting, is because I don't like the thought of other men anywhere near what I'm gonna fuck. I'm so not gay that I don't like that there have been men there.
Right.
If you're on a boat with 25 of them.
Well, if that's whoreland. When you're if you're in whoreland, it's whoreland. You
So
don't
that's
care.
the fork box, not the spoon box.
I guess you could argue that, yes. My point is, if I was going to take a woman seriously, the idea of another man being near her, I find repulsive. And I find it repulsive because the idea of the man repulses me by and large.
Yeah.
Any man who's happy to have sex with that many other men, when there's that much other male DNA in the room, I would argue has a streak of homosexuality to some degree. I would argue that those men are gay. Now, you're not trans, but I don't think a straight man wants to fuck a pussy that's had 10 dicks in it, or 20 dicks in it, or 50 dicks in it.
What about 1,057?
Well, I don't know. Maybe these men are just bi, or I don't know. Maybe they're desperate. You can argue lots of things. You know?
I don't agree, but I do get where you're coming from. Like some of these guys, especially 6 hours in, they come to me. It's the floor's like an ice rink. There's that much cum on there. My face, I'm barely recognizable. Like my hair is slicked back. My eyes are full of cum. Like my whole body is so slippery from cum. And yet they still come, they kiss me, they touch me. And I think, fuck, what if they don't want to touch me? Because I'm...
That's why you niggas is. That's what I'm saying. That's why. Look how you niggas are disgusted. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh shit.
covered in another guy's cum. And when I do the gangbangs and there's a lot of men together, I have security in that room. A lot of people assume that security's for me. It's not. It's for the other guys, because I'm always concerned, like, fuck, if another guy comes and it hits another guy, I don't want a fight to break out. I don't want them to be like, oh, that's gay, don't touch me. So there's always security when I do these.
Nigga, you gay for being there fucking with all them dicks around you. What the fuck? Like, you scared nut gonna hit you? Duh. That's what the fuck is going on. It's a gangbang. That's why you don't do gangbangs, nigga, because nut might hit you, stupid. You niggas are freaks. Stupid. Y'all are, I keep looking over here. Y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging. Nigga said it's for her, so they don't get mad. Nigga, why are you there, nigga? With other, nigga, it's gay that you have other dicks out around you. That's not gay to y'all niggas? Really? It's kind of sus. I'm trying to tell you. Other niggas is stroking they shit around you. How do you just close your eyes, nigga? Like, how do you even get off to that shit?
Predominantly for the guys, because I'm scared a fight's going to break out because they think it's gay.
And you respect this profession.
I understand the profession. The profession's been around for a very long time. I respect the honesty, actually, what I say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the men who turn up to these events are gay by and large. I think they're at least bi, because I think that if you're a straight man, you don't really want to be near other kind of men's genitals. And time in and of itself, we should resurrect Einstein and get him in this conversation. He'll tell you more about it than me. But, time's all happening at once, they say. And that, it's not linear like we believe. And there's another dimension where everything happens at once. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
Cool. So if you fuck her after she's been fucked, you're fucking her the same time she is being fucked, and the dick is in there with your dick, and it's all happening in one big fucking time warp of jizz. And it's better if you're just nowhere near it. If you just don't go anywhere near it.
This conversation is getting me really wet.
Well, this is the thing. Well, I'm sure that when I see your next event, time warp of jizz, I expect a cut.
Right, exactly.
So for me, women say this. Oh yeah, but it was before I met you. I don't give a fuck if it was before you knew my name. You got fucked, and that's disgusting, and that offends me now. You cheated on me before I met you. That is terrible.
Is that not your insecurity?
Well, that's a perfect word. So people call it insecurity.
Women call it insecurity because they don't want to be judged because they've been fucked. That's the trick. They don't want to be judged because they've been being a hoe, so they say that you're insecure. Oh my God, you're insecure that I just let my Gucci around and like let niggas bust all inside me and around me. Like, you're insecure. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Stupid.
You got onto my point. It's almost like you can read my mind, Rob. People call it insecurity. They say,
if you've got 1 inch, the other guys are going to have bigger dicks.
Well, people call it insecurity and people call it lots of things. But truthfully, what it is heterosexuality. And any of these men who go, oh yeah, I don't mind her being covered in cum, they need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and probably get an AIDS test because they're gay. And that's fine. I mean, some people are gay. But you can be gay. You can have gay sex with a woman. Of course you can. I mean, the point of having sex with a woman is to get her pregnant, by and large. I'd argue that being horny in general is kind of gay. To be like, I'm so horny. Like, I'm a full-grown man. I'm so horny. I'm so horny. Like, who?
Yeah, but to me,
not
gays
that
fucking another
serious.
guy is.
No.
Gays
Gays doing gay shit, bro. Gays having sex with a woman without the intention of impregnating her, having sex with a woman who's covered in cum, fucking all this is just gay sex. It's all gay. Have sex with a woman and have a child.
What, so you only have sex on ovulation day?
It's not about that, but there has to be a
Okay, so you're
chance.
gay.
There has to be a chance of a child arriving.
But what about on your boat with 25 hoes?
Who says I even fuck them? You think, Rob, this is what I mean. You're
But there's
so
the fork and the
trapped in the
spoon.
matrix. You're so trapped in the
I
matrix.
think you're judging me, Andrew.
No, you think
You know
think
I'm not
I'll get
trapped
20
in the. You know I'm not trapped in the
You
matrix.
think I'll get 25 whores on a boat and then be like, yeah, let me fuck them? No, I just want 25 whores on my boat because it's like I want whores on my boat. I want trees in my forest. Like they're just there because I've got a boat.
That is.
I've got a boat and there's women on my boat and they're all beautiful and everyone's jealous of me while I sit there. And even though they all annoy me and I don't even want to fuck them, I just sit on my laptop. But that's just life. It's not even about fucking them. It's not about the sex. You're thinking about sex. This is beyond sex. Nothing to do with sex.
It's like
Unless
being
you're
around
only
the
having sex on
hoes.
ovulation, then you're
Shit.
gay.
Well-
Because then that's the only way a girl's conceiving really is around ovulation.
Well, my point is that if there is a slight chance, and there's always a chance.
Very, very slim though.
Okay, but if there's a chance,
So okay, you're 50% gay.
if there's a chance of a baby appearing,
Yeah.
then I would argue that that is pretty heterosexual sex because heterosexual sex leads to babies. What is the differentiator between heterosexual and homosexual sex? The primary differentiator between the two is offspring. So if you're having sex that cannot possibly lead to offspring in any way, that is gay sex.
Yeah, but who's to
If you're
tell-
fucking a girl in the ass, you're gay. Why?
Don't
If
worry,
you're
I'm not
turning up
denying
with a
it.
condom and fucking a woman on birth control, you're gay.
Do you do anything
you're
for
a-
pleasure?
if
Do
you're
you
a-
do anything just
if
for
you're
fun,
a white
Andrew?
man who gets his fucking balls cut open, I know white boys who voluntarily get vasectomies. They voluntarily have their dick chopped to pieces just to make sure they don't accidentally have a beautiful child. Like, how fucking gay can you be? This is all gay sex. If I have sex, there's a chance of a kid. That's the life I live. That's the man I am. If the kid comes as a blessing from God, good. If no kid comes, fine. That's how it is.
How do you
But if
think-
you were to say to me, Andrew, you can come have sex here, and there's no chance of there ever being a kid. It's just for fun.
There's always a
I would
chance,
say,
though.
sorry, I'm not gay.
Condoms aren't 100% reliable, so that day someone did have a 0.01% chance of impregnating me.
but they're
This
trying-
is what happens when you have sex with a lot of women and you've had your fun and games. You don't just have to fuck. I'm saying, like, it doesn't take over your brain. This is why when for example, like when Myron say sleep with 50 women, this is what happens. You learn how to fucking grow up and, not be obsessed with it.
To not have a kid.
Well, how do you know? Did you ask her?
Well, if you have a condom on, you're trying not to have a kid.
Who said I didn't put a pin in it?
The man putting the condom on his dick is trying to not have a kid. The realest nigger there would turn up and say, listen, I'm going to terminate Bonnie Blue. You all keep the condoms on. Fuck it. I'm having a baby out of this bitch because I ain't fucking for free. So let me get a kid at least. I mean, you got money to look after it. You can just block you on WhatsApp. You can raise it. That's free. That's free progeny. These people ain't thinking right.
Do you do anything just for fun?
Loads of stuff.
Like what?
But I don't think running around. I mean, maybe when I was younger, but I'm an old man now. I'm old. I'm 38. I really have no interest in fucking dead puss. You know when girls sit and say, I'm on birth control. Disgusting. Vile. There's nothing more disgusting than a bitch on birth control.
Yeah, but I think it's
Dead pussy.
disgusting if women get pregnant and they can't afford to look after that kid, or they end up in a council house on benefits and that kid has a shit
No,
life.
this is good. Bonnie,
Well,
this is
that's good.
No, let me explain.
We're going to run out of beans.
No, let me explain. This is a great thing. Feminism's led us here, and we voted to let in all these migrants, and all these migrants turn up and rape the state. Look, I've got hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
If I got a woman pregnant and she annoyed me, I'd say, yeah, call the council. Fuck you. Let's just rape the state like everyone else does. I'm brown enough. I'm black enough. I can do it. Put her in Marsh Farm, Luton, where I'm from.
EBT.
You wouldn't do that.
Who
EBT.
gives a
You
fuck?
wouldn't do
Who
Yeah, but that's
cares?
Section 8.
She better text me respectfully. She can be rich. If she texts me beef, I'll be like, call the council, get a council house, whatever. Let's have kids. Let's just all live off the government. This is feminism.
Yep.
Because you don't live off the government if you have a husband. They don't want husbands, and they don't want husbands. Women want to get married.
They want baby mamas.
They don't want
They want baby
They want
mamas.
to get married like Sex in the City style. You know, like you fuck a million men, then you get married to some really rich guy who lets you do whatever you want. Then you have an affair with the gardener, and then you spend all his money, and then somehow you're still the victim. That's the kind of marriage they want.
That's
they
most
don't
women's
want
dream.
That's right. They don't actually want to be wives because wives are obedient.
Have responsibility and duty. That's what a wife is. Somebody that knows they have responsibilities and duties that they need to serve and commit to.
And wives are quiet, and wives listen. All women say this. I want to marry you, I want to marry you. Wait till you're in an argument with them and read their messages and go, this is why I will never marry you. This is why I will never marry you. I read their messages, and they don't realize that they've ruined their chance forever. I cannot marry you because of how you talk. A wife doesn't do this. I've told you to be quiet 3 times.
What you
And
can do is
here you
say,
are.
go and get on that naughty corner.
That's right.
That naughty
So
step.
women don't want to be wives. They want to just get married, which means that the whole
Put an Instagram
familiar
post.
structure is broken. Once the family structure is broken, who has to take the place? Government. Think about this. In Romania, we have no mental health care. Why are there no mental people or out in the streets? Family. We have no forced child support. Why are women not starving to death? Family. We have no disability care. Why are people not sitting on the streets with no legs? Family. Family does so much work. In the West, we have no family. So the government has to come along and offer mental health care, disability care, forced child support. The government has to do it because of feminism. So what I'm saying is if women don't want to get married to men anymore and they all want to listen to the fucking government, then the government can raise the motherfucking kids.
Yep.
Fine. Rob, you put 4 women in front of me, all different flavors. You give me Indian, Chinese, black, white, whatever. And you say you fuck them all and have a kid out of all of them and they'll all be raised on council estates around England. I'd say no problem. Why not? Why the fuck not? If they're real niggers, they'll survive.
If you don't feel guilty, that's your child.
Why would I
Oh,
feel
God.
guilty?
Because
How
that's
I was
your
raised.
child, it's your DNA.
Of course. And if the woman's nice to me and says, Andrew, I'm tired of living in Runcorn.
But the
Can I come
kids
live in Dubai
shouldn't-
in a mansion? I'll say, of
Yeah.
course, my dear.
Then perhaps
And
the
then,
kids
but
have to
then,
take the
but
hit
then
of
if she
it.
annoys me, if she's like, oh, I'm here in Dubai and you left me by myself and you're with all these other women, who are all these whores on your boat?
Kill, take
Then I'll
the
be like,
kid
bitch,
off
go
her.
back to Runcorn.
Oh
Take
God.
the kid off her.
No, I'm not going to take the kid off her. She can keep the kid. Just pay
Yeah,
the
but
money.
it's your DNA.
Yeah, of course. And my DNA is survivor DNA.
But if
Survivor
you've got
bias.
a proper
If
wife,
I
that
have
other wife
50
will take
kids,
that
at least
kid.
5 of them will be real niggas. I don't need the other 45. Look, it's survival of the fittest out here.
Oh God.
This is how it works. This is how my brain works. But you're saying, I don't know why we're going to sit here and create the logic fail of pretending it is wrong for a government to raise the children when that was a man's job, when men have had all of their authority removed. You want us to have the responsibility of a woman, the responsibility of a family, the responsibility of children, the responsibilities with none of the authority. You can't tell a woman what to do. You can't tell her to be quiet. You can't tell your kids off. You can't tell her not to suck.
Can't even spank them niggas no more. They gonna get CPS on your ass. You even yell at them. Shit.
Dick. You can't tell her not to go out with her friends. If you do any of that, it's emotionally coercive behavior. That's a criminal charge in England. If you tell your own wife, not to go to the pub and fuck, you're the criminal.
Oh, you're so controlling. Oh,
That's
you doesn't
right.
let me do stuff.
But I'm still responsible? No. It looks like the government has more power than me.
Yep.
So if you want to play this game and take all of my authority away as a man, you want to reduce me to nothing more than a tax slave. Well, then I'm going to play your game back at you. I have no authority, so I have no responsibility. I will look after children, and I will look after the women who give me absolute authority over their lives. Who
Exactly.
say, yes, sir. Anything you say, sir.
Yep.
I trust.
And that's what I be trying to tell you niggas. That is the only type of women you need to be dealing with in relationship wise. Bitches that listen. That bitch don't listen. You can't say shit at the crib. You arguing with her all the time. That's what I'm saying. You're not even supposed to be arguing with bitches. I couldn't even imagine doing that shit. Like what? Like you're not supposed to be arguing with bitches, especially not the ones that you in a relationship with. You're not supposed to be arguing with bitches, period. But the ones you in a relationship with, especially. So it's like, she don't listen. Yes, sir. Nigga, that not the one for you, bro. Keep looking. Go get another one. It's a billion of these hoes out here, I promise you.
Trust what you believe in the world. I trust you're guiding us. I trust you to take care of us.
Billion of these
sir.
women out here.
Those women are driving Bentleys currently, living in mansions currently. And the women who say, I don't want to listen to you, I want to do what I want, are currently in council houses. And I have kids with all of them. And I don't give a fuck. Because this is my masculine imperative, to impregnate. And when I die, no matter what you think of me, no matter what anyone thinks of me, no matter what anyone watches this, has a bad problem with me, whatever, I get to die with 100 children. I win. I had 100 kids. I was one of the most famous men on the planet, made hundreds of millions of dollars, spent a little time in jail, whatever. I win. Great life. Genghis Khan.
Type shit.
There's men out there who go, oh no, I've got my 2 kids, that's enough. That's your choice. To me, it sounds like failure. Perma-failure. And the only reason they're doing that is because their women wouldn't give them more.
Exactly.
Or they're afraid to have kids
Or they wouldn't allow them. They wouldn't allow them to.
with another woman in case their woman finds out.
Yeah.
A lot of guys say, like I speak to, the wife wants another
boom,
kid, but they don't
boom.
want it because they know they'd have to work longer hours. They know they'd have to do more work. Yeah, the wife wants another kid because she's like, fucking hell, what's going to happen in a few months? I'm going to have to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. Hey, I'm going to pop out another kid. So a lot of the time, I think the women do want more kids and the dads don't, but it's because of the pressure. They know that that additional kid is going to mean in terms of income.
It's because they're gay.
They're not gay.
They're gay.
Bonnie, do you think Andrew Tate is guilty of the charges against him?
I don't know. What's the saying? Innocent till proven... No, yeah, innocent till proven guilty. Are you a
But
rapist?
What do you really think? What do you think?
No, I think why would he? He gets pussy easy enough. Why go and cause drama for yourself?
Bonnie
That's honestly
is
what I
the
think.
most based person. You know that you're probably one of the smartest women I've spoken to.
I'm quite smart. To
No.
say I'm a slut, I have a brain and I am smart, only in what I do. For example, like, if you ask me about sex work, media, or marketing, I've got an answer. You ask me about other shit, I don't know. I don't even know where. I thought we was on an island right now. We're not. But I think, why would someone like Andrew
Stupid.
go and rape someone? He can get like unlimited pussy.
Unlimited.
Why cause a headache for yourself? Why go and pay a lawyer? Why give more money to the government? He could just join my queue. I've seen him there multiple times.
Oh, wait, I was with you till then. Bonnie's based. Bonnie understands the world very well. I think that's why we kind of understand each other. She understands the world very well. Of course, I haven't raped anyone. What I did was not buy girls handbags who wanted handbags, and then they did what women do, which is cry rape.
They want attention and they want money.
Of course, they want attention and money. And everyone with a brain knows they want attention and money.
Did they cry rape, or was it the system that came for you first?
Well, this is the thing. When the system starts calling every single woman and promises them money, and you've slept with a bunch of them, they only need to find 1 or 2 out of the 1,000, and then there you go. And then they can make criminal charges on you, which is what they did to me. They call 1,000 women, they find a couple who want money or fame, and they get them to make lies up about you so that the government can attack you. This is my point by and large. This is why, if anyone's confused about my opinions on anything, I want you to understand men now, we are such second-class citizens. We have no authority. We have no autonomy. We have nothing left inside of us because we have no capability to even defend ourselves against heinous allegations which are raised in retrospect of action. We're expected to pay all the taxes. We're expected to build the roads. We're expected to go to work every day. We're expected to die in a ditch if the country needs defending. We're expected to stay on the boat when the boat is sinking. We're expected to do all of these things. But it turns out the government and women can wreck us by and large. We are nothing but slaves and serfs to the matriarchy now. And because we live in this matriarchal system where men are absolutely abused, nobody gives a shit about our mental health. Nobody gives a shit about our physical health. All we talk about is breast cancer. That's not even the top 10 cancers, I believe. I think prostate cancer's 10 times the amount. Nobody gives a fuck if men die. Nobody gives a fuck if we kill ourselves.
Nope.
Nobody cares if we do worse in school. Nobody cares most of us go to jail. They don't care about any of it. So we are slaves. So what I do as a slave is say, well, if I'm a slave here in this system, then I don't see why I need to be responsible enough to worry about paying for this kid, for example. If you're going to treat me like a fucking bitch and the government's going to come along like Big Daddy, is going to poison my woman's mind so she doesn't listen to me, is going to rape me in a divorce court, is going to throw me in jail based on false allegations, then how about you pay for the fucking children?
Right.
Fuck you. That's my view.
That's what I be saying.
Do you think like men are the lowest in society now?
I think men, if they speak out, they literally don't have a word against women nowadays. Especially if you, with rape, there is a lot of men that get away with it, and that's terrible. But there's a lot of girls that just haven't got the right way, and the next day they cry rape. And I'm not saying that's all women. Rape does happen. It happens regardless. But like blaming Andrew for that, it's just girls that want attention. Those girls come forward like, oh my God, I'm the girl that Andrew Tate raped. They'll Instagram will shoot through the roof. They'll get paid. They'll probably get some sort of clothing brand deal because it's, oh my God, it's women empowerment. Look, you spoke out against someone that's, you know, so hated. They'll be credited, even though their stories are fake. They're the ones that will get praised.
100%. Bonnie is
But
smart.
you blame feminism on it.
Well, I blame a society in which women have been told that they can do and have anything they want all of the time.
Anytime they
This
want.
unrealistic subsect of events. The world we now live in is completely unrealistic on basically every
That's
level.
how Bonnie is living, isn't it?
Well, no, I think Bonnie is actually taking.
I'm not crying rape. I'm not
She's
saying
not crying rape.
people are taking advantage of me. I'm there saying, look, I'm a slut, I'm a whore, my holes are open. Come do it. But then when women say I'm taking them back, I'll give you the stats that I'm actually reducing rape rates.
Rob, this is important because Bonnie is the only person who is honest.
Right.
Saying I'm a whore, fuck me, and I'll make money from it is far more honest than saying, oh, I love you so much, I'll be your girlfriend. Oh, can you buy me this handbag? Oh, you won't buy me the handbag, rape. Or I love you so much, let's get married. Oh, I'm unhappy in this marriage, give me half your stuff. She's the most honest woman of all.
Yep.
This is exactly what men should be hoping for, to meet a woman this honest.
So
Because
you
most women,
I'm not going to hide my past. I'm not going to say, you know what, I'm really innocent. I'll say, you know what, yeah, I fucked 1,057 men. Yes, I want to get to a body goal of 10,000. But I am honest. I'm not hiding it. My phone hasn't got a password. Like, I am just so open and transparent.
You want to
with
get to a
everyone I
body
meet.
count of 10,000 men.
Yeah.
Would you rather meet Bonnie, who tells you all of this, or a woman who goes, oh, really? No, I haven't really done much, when she's done everything and she's been a total fucking whore and she's lying to you, and then you marry her
in your
believe she's
face.
a good girl, and then she takes you to the divorce court and completely wrecks you. You know
Takes
what?
everything.
Then say, oh, my woman's not a gold digger. Go to divorce court. Don't talk about gold diggers. Go to divorce court and you will soon learn that every single female on the planet wants your money. All. I've never seen anybody go to divorce court and say, she's not after my money, funnily enough. She just wants to get a divorce. No, every single time. They want to take everything. They're all gold diggers.
Right.
So it's actually very interesting.
trying to
I
take your
respect
whole- your
Bonnie because you
butthole.
know exactly what you're getting. If you show me a scorpion and I know you're a scorpion, fine. Don't put a scorpion in a fucking bunny suit. You
With
understand?
me, you get good technique and money.
You get it's honest. I respect the honesty of it. And people are going to sit here, and there are people who do it. They're going to sit here and go, "What Bonnie Blue does is disgusting. Ain't that right, babe? Ain't that right, babe?" And they'll hold Babe's hand, knowing that Babe's fucking worse. Babe's a fucking skank. They met her in a fucking pub, three Jägermeisters in. She's prepared to fuck that guy, whoever he is, who's a fucking nobody. You're watching this at home, all you guys watching this at home, and you think your wife really loves you. Do you think I couldn't take your bitch? Of course I could.
I think
She
what's
chose you because she ain't met me, bruv. That's it. So, like, you're pretending your wife's any better? It's bullshit. I love Bonnie's honesty. And she knows. I'm going to bring her to court. You're my lawyer. I'm adding you to legal.
Oh my God, this
Bitch is lying. She wanted money. That's it. So as a man now, you talk about the different forks and spoons and stuff. Let's talk about this. If I have a woman who I take care of and she's wifey and whatever, she's wifey in a certain scenario, that's fine. But if I'm going to put 25 girls on a boat, don't I want girls who are honest, who are open, who know why they're there? They're there because I'm rich and I have them there because they're hot, and we all know why everyone's there. I'm less likely to get trouble with those kind of women than the women who go, "Oh, I'm so innocent, I'm so sweet." Those are the
Andrew
rape
took
victims.
advantage of me. Andrew took me on a boat, and this, and this happened. Whereas, like, you take me on a boat, guaranteed, no, you know, your lawyers aren't getting involved. I'll say, if anything, I put it on you. That's more realistic.
What advice would you give to Bonnie now she's starting to get cancelled like you've been?
Well, I'm sure she's smart enough to understand there's have to find a way to monetize and become independent outside of the matrix like I did. You have to find some clever ways to do it, and it's very doable. I think Bonnie's going to continue to get paid using what she knows how to do to become financially successful, which is a fantastic thing to do. Why not? No point doing it for free. I think Bonnie's smart enough to work it all out. And I don't think she gives a shit what they say negative about her, because there's no such thing as bad press. I mean, I'm probably the most negatively spoke about guy on the planet.
Does that bother you?
I don't give a fuck. And I just really, my only thing for Bonnie, and I'm actually going to ask you a question. I really hope, Bonnie,
Yeah.
that you stay true to the end. I hope you're real G about this.
I
don't want you to start busting out a cross and talking about God in about 5 years from now.
I mean, I
and
might
saying that
insert
you're-
it inside of me, but there's no way you're going to see me at church unless it's for a gangbang.
No, I don't want any of that I'm reformed bullshit. I don't want any of that crap and saying my past doesn't matter because I've been born again. Please don't do that. I want you until the end in the old people's home. I want, petting zoo, 85-year-old pegging. I want you to do it to the end. And stay real about your choices.
100%.
All right. Well, then she's a real G. Then she made her decision.
Right, exactly.
Live by the sword, die by the sword. Live by the code. Street life. It is what it is. Like me, I could have fucking pussied out by now. When they put me in jail, I could have started saying, yeah, women should vote. No, they shouldn't. So fuck you. Put me in jail. That I stick to what I mean. She's going to stick to what she means and what she says and what she wants to do. She's not going to start busting out and trying to use religion as a shield. Because that's what most of these OnlyFans girls do.
Yeah.
And there's always some white boy, especially
Shout out to Brittany Renner.
No motivation, like they don't know what to do. They're like, okay, what can I do now? Oh, okay, my OF's dropping or my Fansly account's dropping.
Shout out to Nala.
Let's just say I found God. They've got no motivation or drive in life. They have to be given a purpose. You have to be given a reason to live. It's either, have a couple
they don't want to
kids.
take responsibility for what they did.
Yeah.
What they want to do is they want to erase their past. So they want to get, these OnlyFans girls, they say, oh, I'm traditional now and God, and they wave a cross around. And then some little white boy who goes to church all the time, who's never had pussy in his life, is like, she's reformed. Bro.
Yeah, right.
Pathetic.
All
But
right.
the women get away with
All
it.
right.
As long as they get away with it. You can't blame the thief for stealing. You got to blame the guy who didn't lock his gold up.
Exactly.
If these women get away with this scam and men want to fall for it, then it's up to them.
So
But
what
I just
Bonnie's
hope,
doing is a scam, is it?
no, I just don't want Bonnie to ever, change up the game. Stick to what you know.
One rule for one and one rule for another. And that's what's
No,
annoying.
but I find this interesting because most people are too fucking stupid to understand these false dichotomies we live under. And let's take Diddy, for example, right? I'm not defending Diddy.
Yeah.
What he did was probably wrong. I don't know. I haven't followed the case. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what the fuck Diddy did. The guy, he was anti-Trump. He hated me. Me and Diddy don't even like each other. The only time we interacted on Twitter was beef. So I'm not defending the guy. What I'm saying is that black culture in America, the music, the culture, all it is sexualizing women and whores, getting as much money as possible, being a gangster, waving guns around, fucking loads of women. That's the culture.
That sounds like you.
Careful. So if that's the culture that the black society is going to promote, if that's what the music is going to push, if that's what's seen as the end goal of success in the black community, becoming a rapper, becoming famous, having a bunch of whores, fucking a bunch of whores, being feared, having guns, being a gangster, being a criminal, if all of this is what they're pushing and they're saying this is the end goal of success, and then someone gets there and does it, and then we say, he was threatening women and he was waving a gun around and he was fucking loads of women. So what I'm saying is, it's very hypocritical, this society we live in now, where we push people in a certain direction. And then as soon as they end up exactly where they're headed, we have a go at them for it and pretend they shouldn't be there. It is absolutely false to declare that women are not being sexualized. Women are told to be promiscuous now. Women are told to be sexual now.
Yep.
So when a woman ends up promiscuous and sexually liberated, who are we to sit and say, I can't believe this has happened? It's completely asinine. It's a double standard. It's a false dichotomy. And it's amazing to me that we live in this world. If you're going to have black rap music push people to be in big mansions with a bunch of whores fucking them, taking drugs and waving guns around, don't be surprised when black people do it. And don't be surprised when women end up as whores when we're telling women to be whores.
Right.
If you want women to do something else, then tell them to do something else. I don't know why we're surprised by it. The thing that's unsettling in all of this is still the role of the average man, who's expected to
be the man.
far less in terms of loyalty and quality and standard from a woman than he's ever had, and pay a far higher price. Our grandfathers got a woman. He didn't have to be rich. He didn't have to even be famous. He didn't have to be successful. He just had to be a man and do the most basic things. And she loved him and he loved her and they had a happy relationship. Our grandfathers got a woman for fuck all. Now, to get a woman who cares about you, you need to be one of the most famous, rich, well-known, drive a Lambo, this, X, Y, Z. The average man's fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
And the role of men in all of this is completely forgotten because nobody gives a shit about men. We're hypersexualizing women. And let's be honest, Bonnie is smart enough to monetize her own content. But most women who are promiscuous are not smart enough to monetize.
But isn't Bonnie part of the problem then?
Bonnie is a symptom of society. I don't want to say of the disease of society. I could, but she's a symptom. She's the end result of the society we have built, which is why it's hypocritical.
Which you think is
I mean,
degrading.
I'm living the best I can in the world that's already been built. I don't give a shit about changing the world. The
She's
world
not here
has
to
given
change it.
me the opportunity to do what I do and monetize from it. I'm going to do that. You
But
don't see
you
me...
said you thought you were a positive role
No,
model
but Rob,
to men.
Rob.
Well,
it's
I am positive because you think of the day I fucked 1,000 men. If you was a rapist, would you go and find someone else? No, I've shared my location. Come and fuck me. Like, I'm reducing rape rates because when you have sex workers that are available and guys want to have sex, they want to breed, they want to fuck. And if they can't find a girlfriend or they can't afford to pay for one, because prostitutes nowadays can be expensive, I'm saying, hey, I'm doing it for free. Just come fuck me. Take it out on me because I consent to that. So I'm not promoting, people say I promote rape culture and stuff. I'm not. I'm saying, hey, I enjoy it. I get wet. I get turned on. I wank over my videos. Come and fuck me. Save yourself paying a lawyer. Like, I'm actually doing people work. Bet that day, if you was a rapist, not that I'm obviously promoting it, but it's like, okay, well, actually, I'll just go and fuck Bonnie. She's there. It's easy work. She's already shared a location.
What she just said to you, does that shock you?
None of this shocks me.
No, but do you find it, would you disagree with it? What she's doing? Would you, when you hear what she's talking about, do you sit and think you shouldn't be doing that? Because I'm trying to lead you down a trap here.
Of course you are. You always fucking do.
No,
Right.
okay. Well,
No, let me answer then.
Sure.
I'm quite neutral on it
Okay.
because I think that I imagine for some men it is useful,
Yeah.
the service you provide. I imagine other men get probably a bit fucked up by it, and
Do you believe Bonnie has the right to make the choices she's making?
I believe you do, she does, I do, we all do, as
Then
long
you
as
can't
it's
have
legal.
then it's impossible to have any kind of problem with it, surely.
I think you can have an opinion on it.
You
but
just tried to cul-de-sac me there, didn't you, Andrew?
No, the point I'm making is the same people who are going to sit and say what Bonnie's doing is wrong and she shouldn't be allowed to do it are also the same people who say women should be allowed to vote. It's one or the other. Either women do not have the ability to make their own decisions or they do.
see, if I cared enough about what was going off, or think I could change it by voting.
But you
because the
can't.
world
You
is
almost
fucked.
cul-de-sac,
So yeah,
you know?
I don't bother. I don't bother looking in the news or anything like that.
Of course.
And also, why
But you're
should I look at the
confusing me
news?
because you say you don't give a fuck about anything on the world and it's just about you, but then you're trying to promote that you're a great
I
role
care
model
about
for men.
mental health, and I care about draining their balls and having fun and having orgasms. The only time I talk about the rape rates is when women are crying, saying I'm increasing it. So if you want to start crying and making TikToks and making false allegations, I'll slap you in the face with the facts. The facts are 32% is decreased because of sex workers.
Women can't change the world, Rob. Let's look at this. Let's take this away from Bonnie for a second.
But haven't
Look
you
at it
said
in a
that
metaphor.
feminism's just like taken over?
Feminism was given to women by men. Men are the only ones who can project force, Rob. Feminism is a male movement. You think if women march around in the street outside, anybody gives a fuck? The only reason they get away with it is because men stand around them with guns. Men enforce feminism. Men project force. If women really wanted to fight the patriarchy, and they don't, trust me, the reason they say they want to fight the patriarchy is because the patriarchy doesn't fight back. If it became a real fight, patriarchy versus women, it would last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And when the riot horses start storming in with the batons, women would very quickly get back in the kitchen. So there's no such thing as female power. It's given to them by men. And it's given to them by subsects of men who are actually trying to damage masculinity. It's very interesting. Imagine it this way. Every single man out there is fucked, and every single man out there has a past. So every single man out there can have all of his exes contacted and find the Jezebels who want money and can be attacked. So why does it only happen to some men? Well, women are the conduit for attack, and the different groups of men decide to use women as a conduit to attack their enemies. Feminism is a group of men using women against other men. That's all it is. Women are the tools, and women are the symptoms. Women can't change society. Bonnie can't change anything. She's a symptom of the society she grew up in.
Right.
Because she can't.
She thinks she can change men's mental health.
No, she's
Well,
saying
she
she
just
can
said.
help with men's mental health, but she can't change society. Women, by and large, can't do anything. Women can march all day, every day. Nobody gives a fuck.
If you saw women marching there now, I'd look and think, oh, fucking hell, what have they done, chip to nail? If I saw men
That's
marching,
called a
I'd think,
revolution.
God, something's going wrong. Something's happening.
Because men
I
can
should
be violent.
concerned.
So she is a symptom of society. And what I'm saying is, unless you're prepared to stand up and say the entire society needs rewiring, women shouldn't be allowed to vote anymore.
Facts.
Women should not be having sex outside of wedlock. Unless you're going to start saying all of these things, you shouldn't have an opinion on Bonnie. Your opinion on Bonnie should be, she is the end result of the society we have built and promoted. She is acting how society has told her to act to get as far ahead as possible. She is being extremely successful financially. She's notorious. She's sitting with one of the most famous men on the fucking planet. She's done a fantastic job for herself, built on the parameters that we've given her to live within.
Yeah.
Here's the rules of the game. She's played the game the best. If you're unhappy with what she's doing, change the rules of the game. But when men sit here and go, no, women should vote. And yeah, I listen to my wife and I listen to her opinions. And me and my wife are best friends. And I love what women think. But Bonnie shouldn't do that. That's hypocritical and stupid.
Oh my God.
That's dumb. All women, to some degree, are sex work. And the reason I respect what Bonnie's doing is because Bonnie's making her own money with her own brains and being very honest and open about what she's doing. I respect what Bonnie's doing far more than the girls who have attacked me for rape charges, who got with me, asked for money, I said no, and then tried to put me in jail for it. That's sex work, but it's just criminal. It's just disingenuous. I respect Bonnie a lot more than the woman who goes out there and gets married to a man she barely loves and divorces him 2 years later and takes half of his estate. I respect Bonnie a lot more than the women who are out in Dubai dating 5 or 6, 7 different men, just getting handbags and rent and all of this stuff and pretending to be an angel and putting boss chick working real estate on her fucking Instagram. All these women are doing the same shit. But Bonnie's open about it. Bonnie's honest about it.
Yep.
If you want to be with Bonnie, and Bonnie, you were married, I believe, or you had a boyfriend.
I'm still going through a divorce.
Okay, yeah. If you want to be with Bonnie, you know what you're getting. That's your decision. That's your prerogative. That's honest. That's great.
Yeah, I finished that one.
Most of these men out here are married to women just the same as Bonnie. They don't even fucking know it. And if you told them, they'd deny it. If I open my Instagram now and see one of my exes getting married, and I message her husband right now on Instagram saying, she's a hoe, XYZ, he'll defend her. No, she ain't. You're a rapist. Go fucking retard. So most of these women out here are the same shit anyway. I absolutely love people. You know what I love, Rob? Karmic retribution. I love, you know, when you see a man play with fire, then he gets burnt, and you're like, shouldn't have been playing with fire. I love it. We said women, let them do whatever they want. I was sitting there years ago saying, no, guys, no, we need to have children. I tried my best. They tried to put me in jail. Did women try and put me in jail? Well, yes, but who really tried to put me in jail? Men.
I'm gonna say the men, because men can only
male judge, male police officers dragging me in and out the cell, men locking me in the room, men defending these women who lie, men want me in jail for trying to protect society. But this is the world they wanted. I hope we have more Bonnie Blues. I hope every woman just fucks everything, and I hope all of society burns. I've given up. Yeah. This is what they wanted, so let's give them what they wanted. Do it.
How would God judge Bonnie Blue?
Well,
if God existed.
Arguing about God and whether he exists or not is a completely different topic. But, I mean, the holy books have a whole bunch of lessons to be learned.
Every Abrahamic religion has rules on promiscuity and why it's not allowed, and shows why it's not allowed. Every one of the Abrahamic books. If y'all didn't know.
Perfect. Learned. And I would argue that one of the primary objectives of religion, all religions, since the dawn of time, has been trying to protect society from female sexuality, because female sexuality is unchecked, unlike male sexuality. Female sexuality, if it goes unchecked, results in some degree of chaos. All religions are telling women not to be overly sexual for a reason, because they know how society ends.
Right.
That's why I said earlier we're in the end times. So how would God judge Bonnie? I don't know. Would he judge her? Or would he judge the society which created her? I'm not sure. But a society of absolute promiscuity leads to a whole bunch of problems that come later down the line, because men lose vested interest in the society with the promiscuity. If there's a kid that exists, and I'm sure he's mine, I have a vested interest. But if that woman's promiscuous and I'm not 100% sure that child is mine or not, then I have less of a vested interest. And yeah, there's DNA tests and there's certain things. But before modern science, there was none of that. The only thing that gave me a vested interest in the child or the woman was the fact that my paternity was secured and it was guaranteed. And it was guaranteed through sexual exclusivity, which is why we've tried very hard to counter promiscuity for so long. Because men lose all interest in family, by extension, all interest in society, when we do not have guaranteed paternity. But once again, who am I to tell society how to be?
Who am I?
Because every single time I do, men try and put me in jail. You know, the enemy of the world are not women or whores or the good girls.
Weak ass niggas.
The enemy of the world are the simps.
Told you.
It's simps that did all this shit.
Told you.
It's simpy ass men who listen to women's opinions, who did all of this crap.
Who sit there and say, you know what? What do you think? How you feel? How you feel? We think you. How you feeling today? That's what it is. Niggas sitting there arguing and having a chat, giving opinions and shit, nigga. It's because of you niggas. I be trying to tell. Stupid. I had to tell that to another nigga the other day. It's because of you niggas. They act like this. Don't know how to tell a motherfucker no. You niggas.
And here we are. Simps did it. Simps are the most dangerous men on the fucking planet. Simps are going to sit there and, like what I said earlier, if I message one of the guys who's marrying one of my exes now, he's going to simp over her, tell her how much he loves her, and pretend I'm the bad guy.
Yep.
For doing what? Sleeping with his wife when she wanted it? Simps are the enemy of the society, and simps have built all of this shit.
And a lot of them simps, I guess, are going to sleep with Bonnie, aren't they?
Well, they're all in love with her, and I don't blame them because they're fucking losers.
Right.
No, yeah, so I don't find him as losers. Like, before I did judge him, like, before I spent hours and hours chatting to him and stuff, I think,
Nah, any nigga going to fuck a bitch that fuck a lot of niggas, and any nigga going in rotation like that, fucking that shit is a loser. A loser.
that's weird, or why have they requested that? But you know what? I'm saying not
So you used to judge the men you slept with.
until I actually educated myself on it. Yeah, and that's like most things. You judge things until you educate yourself.
And what have you learned about men sleeping with thousands of them?
That a lot of the time it's the women's fault. It's the women's fault is why they're in my queue. If they just sucked him off that day, the balls would have been drained, and they wouldn't.
Yeah, but the problem was she didn't suck him off because he said not to. You know, like she didn't suck him off because he's a bitch ass nigga. She didn't suck him off because she don't like that nigga. That's why she didn't suck him up. She didn't suck him up because she don't like that nigga. He act like a bitch. He don't know how to say. He don't know how to. You know. You don't know how to put his fucking foot down. So that's what happens. Then the bitch ass nigga, he says, you know what? Okay, I guess I'll go get it somewhere else. And he still takes care of the motherfucker that don't shoot shit for him. Still takes care of the motherfucker that don't know how to shut the fuck up. Still takes care of the motherfucker that don't listen. Like, that's what makes him a bitch ass nigga. Cause he, okay, here's my wallet. Let me go over here. Stupid. Goofy ass niggas, I'm trying to tell ya.
Someone giving me a facial. The balls wasn't drained, therefore they was in my queue. And a lot of these men, it's not because they don't love their family, they don't love their wife and their kids. That's one thing. Having sex is separate.
True.
And also a lot of these men, it's just sex to them.
True.
They're not asking for an emotional connection. And a lot of them, sometimes they just feel lonely because the world lets them down in loads of ways. They're made to work. They're made to provide. They're made to look after the kids, still empty the dishes. Like, they're made to do so much and they feel lonely. They can't go and say to their wife, you know what, work was hard today. She'll bite back and say, oh, the kids kept me up, this happened, and, you know, they dropped their yogurt on the floor. They've always got something to complain about, whereas I'm not that. I'm not like every other woman. They get to come to me and I'll listen to them and I will cater to their fetish. You know, as long as it's within my boundaries, I will do that for them because I'm like, I want to do that. I want to help you. I want to make your day a bit better because your wife isn't doing that. So I want to do that. So I don't find them weird. Like before, some of their requests, I'd be thinking, fuck me, like, where did you think of that? That's a bit weird, or that's odd. How are you getting off to that? And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to judge them. I don't know what they're going through to a certain degree. If I can make their day a bit better, I want to do that because I'm a good person.
Would you not say, though, Andrew, that's a weak man that's going to Bonnie?
I think men take what they can get. And I think that it is the masculine imperative to take what they can get. Like, once again, I try not to be a hypocrite. I try very hard to be very fair with all of my views. So let me answer myself. If I was walking down the street and a beautiful woman come up to me and said, get me pregnant, no strings attached, I'd be like, all right, safe. I'll take it. Why not? I'll take what you can get, right? The men who are going to Bonnie perhaps do not have the options I have. But then like me, if I go to Saint-Tropez, Monaco, Dubai, the most beautiful women in the world are begging for me all day, every day. When I go to Dubai, all the women that you men are Instagramming, and she's ignoring you, is chasing me because I've got the money and the status, which is what they want.
Yeah.
But then I'm ignoring them because I can't be asked with the rape charge. So it's the circle of life. Do I blame men for taking what they can get? No. If there's a group of men around, there's a whole bunch of jizz, they should be too straight to pull that off. But one-on-one, if they can handle the time vortex, if they can get, a calculator and work it out, it is what it is.
Facts.
Sex used to result in children. That was the point of sex. And now we have the capability of having sex without children, which is a relatively new experiment. And this also happens with homosexuality, with gay people, why they keep doing more and more deprived things, because sex gets boring after a while. It's like drugs, right? You take a little bit and then you need more and then you need more for more excitement all of the time. So where the whole ends, I don't know. Maybe a lot of this is down to porn addictions or those kind of things. I'll be here and I'll state completely honestly, and I say this before God and before the cameras, I don't watch porn. I haven't watched a porn clip in 20 years. I don't
No, you're not supposed to watch corn, guys. You're supposed to make it. You don't watch corn, you make it, all right?
Still
porn.
really
I don't
tight.
need to watch porn. I can barely get through my roster as it is. I ain't got time to be watching porn. I don't watch porn. I don't jerk off. I don't do any of that. I have too many females to service. I'm already behind. Like, I've got to hurry up on this podcast. Like, I got shit to do. So I don't do any of that stuff. But if you're jerking off the porn all day, every day, perhaps you're always trying to find something new to excite you. That's why you end up looking at midgets and fucking whatever. And then perhaps the depravity is the exciting part of it, like drugs or like anything else. But this is just an end result of having sex without the primary objective of having children, because that should be the result of sex is children. We've removed that now. So the point of sex is pleasure. But we all know that pleasure gets old and you have to constantly up the game and up the ante. I don't know. Do I blame the men for taking the free pussy when they have no other pussy on the table? Absolutely not. I don't blame them. Do I blame Bonnie for making a whole bunch of money off it? No. If I was unhappy with that exchange, would my problem be with Bonnie or the men? No. My problem would be with society as a whole. If I believed that was wrong, perhaps I would have been online years ago trying to stop society heading down this direction. But if a whole bunch of men fought against me, turned up and raided my house with guns and waved MP5s in my face, saying that I'm a bad person for trying to protect society and saying what I believe society should function as, then I'd understand that men want this. So who am I to say otherwise? This is what men and women want.
Yep.
I'm just a fucking guy. I'm just a dude. This is the Western world we've built. We've built a Western world where men are just tax slaves and women are the most important things on the planet who can do whatever they fucking want, and they're always permanent victims / always permanently right, and they're girl bosses and we're dumbasses and we just have to build the roads and build the buildings and die in ditches, and this is all a woman's world and it's a matriarchy. So if that's the world we live in, let women do whatever the fuck they want. Cool. And the government can raise the kids. And this is the new society we've built, the new utopia. Fantastic.
Do you think Andrew's a good role model?
All right. 120:45, because I want to get into this street debate, but we're already an hour in because this shit is so long. They did a fucking 2-hour video, and then Myron does a 3-hour street debate. Like, nigga, what do y'all niggas do? But at least his is like, chopped up. Yeah, his is chopped up so we can skip around at least.
Well, that's because it's the government ideology is to give your, if you want to question or if you have a position, whatever it may be.
Just a comment about feminism.
Sure.
So what you're saying is if women feel confident or proud of the fact of their feminism, then you're saying that's a bad thing?
Well, when you be specific, when you're asking me them being proud of their feminism, what do you mean in particular? Are we talking their career? Are we talking their title? Are we talking how much money they earn? What in particular are we talking about? Them being able to be promiscuous with impunity? What is it?
Just guess I'm saying being a feminine, being a woman, being
what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Sexual, being somebody that you would want to, be with. You're saying that's a bad thing?
No, what I'm saying is that the bad thing is how we've masculinized women under the guise of feminism, that they're equal to men. So them pursuing
so what
careers
you're
over
saying
family.
is that women are not equal to men?
Not whatsoever. They're inferior to men.
No, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're inferior to us, actually.
I'm sorry?
They're inferior to us, actually.
All right. Have a good night.
No problem. Now, I know that's a controversial take, but yes, women are inferior to men.
Look
and I'll
at Frank.
explain why. They're inferior in every way. They're weaker.
And I can't think of one thing women does that's better than men that we can do, because we can't give birth. And I know you punk dumbass niggas are like, oh my god, they were birthed on your birth. Yeah, men are just better at everything. So smartest niggas are men, the dumbest niggas are men, the strongest niggas are men, niggas that make more money are men. We're just better. Sorry.
They're smaller. They're shorter. It's only because we live in a egalitarian world, politically correct world, where we're scared to say these things. But the reality is, women don't seek their equals. If you ask a girl what does she want in a man, she's gonna say she wants a guy that's taller, makes more money, has more status, etc. So women don't even want an equal themselves. They want a superior. So that's just the reality. Yeah.
What's up, Myron? First of all, let me say everything you said is completely correct. Ladies, I fuck with y'all, but at the end of the day, you got to understand this. the hierarchy goes like this. It goes God, men, women, children, animals. And if that doesn't make fucking sense, then it just doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, you got to think about it. Men provide the infrastructure. Am I right or am I wrong? You said in a couple streams ago that men create resources and women take them.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. And I think women do belong in the fucking kitchen. Because at the end of the day, why the fuck should a man be in the kitchen making food if he's providing for you? Especially in Miami. If I'm out here slaving the fuck away, I got to be black, deal with the police and all this extra shit.
He agrees, so we're not gonna watch this nigga. Oh, damn, he was preaching for a minute. Yapping. Are you gonna see these motherfuckers? Is cooking a woman's job? I said that to somebody.
Than any other man.
Where did you get your game from?
Military operation. We belong in the women belong in the kitchen.
Yeah, like,
You mean my knowledge?
where you get your game from? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume you mean my knowledge. A multitude of different places.
Quick. That was a great question. Where do you get your knowledge from? Yeah, multitude of different sources that you can use to gain this knowledge. Multitude of different books that you could possibly read to gain this knowledge. Definitely different studies you can see to gain this knowledge. There's a lot of ways to gain this knowledge, okay?
This is experience, other people's experiences. I read quite a bit on.
I'm talking about your experience.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a.
What's your experience with black women? What's your experience with your game? I'm not talking about how many books you read, other people's experience. Where your game
Well,
from?
I quite literally said my game. I said my experiences, other people's experiences.
What's your
reading.
experience?
Well, I mean,
God damn, can this nigga answer your question? Goofball? Shit.
Stupid.
I talk to more people, more women than any other man probably on the
You
internet
keep
at this
talking
point.
about other women. I'm talking about your experience.
I'm explaining
Why
it to
you
you.
hate black women so much?
Oh, I
Why
hate
you
black
talk
women.
down on black women? I'm talking about your experience, not everybody, all the books you read. I'm talking about your experience.
All right, so you clearly have a position here. What is your
Ain't no
position?
I hear you.
No, well,
You
I'm no.
downplay women.
Here's the thing: you hear me, but you're not listening. I answered your question multiple times.
You just said.
And you
all-
wanna come to the
all books
conclusion
you
of-
read. People you know. I'm talking about your experience, King.
I
I'm
told
not here
you.
to disrespect your black form.
Okay.
I'm just talking about your experience.
I told you, I've dated several women, talked to them on the podcast. I've talked to more women than any other.
I'm saying I've talked to a lot of. I've definitely talked to a lot of females too. I'm not gonna lie. I can throw that in there. I'm not. Maybe not as much as Fresh and Fit. Maybe like they say they got 3,000. I got at least not 1,000. I got at least 1,000. I swear to God. I didn't talk to a lot of bitches, bro.
YouTuber. Okay.
What women you dated? What race you dated?
Oh yeah, 3,600. Yep. We've spoken to 3,600 girls on the show. I've talked to
I'm not talking
thousands
you
of black women. I've dated black women. I
You
understand.
date a black woman.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay, so that one black woman that you dated discriminate every black woman. Because I watch your shit and I respect you. You got a cool little platform. But I think you're making money off of other niggas' experience. And then at the end of the day, and you sit up here like big old mighty, like, yo, I got experience to downgrade my peoples, my culture.
Nobody's downgraded you. They downgrade themselves when they act how the way they fucking do. The fuck? Like, do y'all niggas not see what the... I don't know. Do y'all niggas not see the ratchet shit that I see? 'Cause I see it all the time. I don't know. I really don't know. I say the same thing with niggas. I see gangsters. I see niggas trying to be gangsters all the time. I don't know. I see it all the time. Niggas be trying to act like niggas all the time. I don't like them niggas either. But these hoes is worse. Black women do way worse. So
But go
So
ahead,
what's
tell me all the books
so-
you read.
Yeah. So what's your disagreement then? Do you have like an actual position here?
No, until you listen. I respect you.
Because
No,
what you're saying is you're basically saying, oh, you don't have experience. I don't.
I'm a black man. My mom is black. My sister's black. I love black women. But at the end of the day, you sit up here and
niggas sitting with the cup and the Henny and the cigar, yapping, talking about I love black women. This will be the same nigga. Let a bitch. He done paid hella money for her. Say he taking care of her, and he can't fuck. Let a bitch do that. Watch how quick he go crazy on your ass. Like that's what I'm saying. Like these be the niggas that be hiding bodies under the basement. Like a nigga like this talking about something. I got a black sister. I got a black mama. Who gives a fuck? You're not gonna give a fuck when that bitch fucking knock. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when that bitch say no and she take all your bread and now you looking crazy and she's like, oh no, I don't really fuck with you. And you have to turn up, nigga. Yeah. Then do you love him now? You love him when she do that to you? Like, fucking weird.
And then that you downgrade black women because your one experience.
Actually,
Like,
He didn't say he had one experience. He said he had multiple. But niggas don't listen.
prime example, it's just like a white girl that got took advantage of a black man. Now she don't want to date no black man in the world because that one bad experience that she had. That's how you sound like.
So anyway, I've spoken to hundreds of black women. I've dated them before,
Okay,
etc.
you talked to
Now here's
100.
the thing. Okay, are you gonna let me speak?
Go ahead, talk.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
like he literally let your goofy ass speak. That's what's crazy.
Here's the thing, man. I get it. You want to put the cape on and cape for black women, but the reality is, all women have bad habits from here to there, and there's stereotypes. The stereotypes tend to be based on pattern recognition.
But you
or
talk
over.
down on black women.
I talk down on everybody, honestly. It's just that.
What's your national land? Where you from?
What does that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with it.
It has absolutely nothing to do.
Race, you gotta
That has nothing to do with anything. Someone's race. If I say something is objectively true or attempts
Black people are so funny because you can't be racist unless you're black.
to be true,
Because black people are super
it
racist.
doesn't matter what my race is. Do I have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2? No. It's an objective fact. The reality is this with black women. On average, they weigh about 187 pounds. They tend to be rude. They tend to be crass. They tend to not respect male authority because a lot of them
annoying
come
as
from
fuck.
fatherless households. So these are stereotypes that tend to happen all the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So
But that's the new
it's pattern-
generation
it's pattern
of women.
recognition.
OnlyFans.
It's pattern
black
recognition.
women.
Right, but why the fuck would we want to deal with that? Why the fuck would you want a nigga to deal with OnlyFans bitches that don't want to listen and don't shut the fuck up? Why the like you sound stupid.
It's
White
pattern-
girls, but you can as more black women.
Again, I'm critical of all races. It's just that
But
people
you
tend to
target
remember.
black women.
I'm critical of everybody. The thing is that black women tend to be the most sensitive and get the most butthurt about it. They can't take criticism.
But you
and
know
then
the
it's
crazy
funny.
thing is, you
Yeah,
talk
go
shit
ahead.
about black women, but all your staff is black.
Yeah, that means I'm not racist.
So
Good
how
job.
these niggas work
That
for
shows
you?
I'm actually not a racist. Good
No,
job.
you are no. What it is that you're a slave master, and you enslave black people to work for you, and in the same time you talk shit about their mothers, their sisters, their aunties, their uncles, their families, and they work for you. I don't see not one white staff that work for you. I don't see the black.
This black girl right there.
Wait. So it's racist that he has a black staff? Wait, dead ass?
Stupid.
It's racist that he has a black staff. That's crazy. I've never heard that one before. That's a new one. Niggas would be finding anything to talk. Like niggas are like. That's what I'm coming to find out. I'm trying to tell you. Like, I be thinking like some of the old heads be knowing what's going on. Well, them niggas be dumb as hell too. So. Shit, bro, like niggas is fucked for real. Like the young niggas is fucked. They dumb as hell because they green. The old niggas is fucked because they ain't been out in the dating world. They ain't keeping up with shit. So they think these bitches. Oh yeah, let's listen to them. Oh shit. Oh my god. All y'all niggas is fucked.
Oh, that one security.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know, bro. Let me be honest with you, bro.
Talk to me.
This is the problem, right?
Talk to me.
You came in here and you immediately made it about race.
No.
Let's
I
have a
watch
real
you, King.
conversation here.
I watch you.
No. Black people are the most racist people ever. You came in here and immediately made the conversation about race, talking about race. You guys perpetuate the very stereotypes and the racism that you guys complain about the most. And this is why I make fun of black people too. Now, here's the thing. Y'all look at me and say, oh, you're not one of us. You're not black. I am. I'm African-American by definition. But if you don't want to go ahead and consider me black, fine. I don't want to be with y'all niggas anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is that you made this
The
immediately
black nigga
about
in the back,
race.
he was like, relax, nigga.
As
Relax.
soon as you came up,
He was getting crazy.
what's your knowledge with women? And I'm like, all right, well, here's my experiences. Oh, well, what's your thing about black women? So you came in here with an agenda to complain about my criticism of black women when I literally criticize everybody. Everybody gets criticized. It just so happens that they tend to
you
get
done?
the most butthurt. What are you talking about? Am I done? This is my shit, man.
And I
Like,
respect your
this-
shit.
this is my shit, bro. What are you-
My actions,
What you
though.
talking about? Am I done? Like, this is my shit, bro.
I get what you shit, but at the end of the day, everything you talk about,
Uh-huh.
because you got to understand is we got a right to even though our black women ain't shit, but we came out of black pussy.
What does that mean?
We came out of poverty.
This is what,
This
bro.
is our. Let me
Yo,
This
talk.
is a
get
low
this.
IQ argument, bro.
Let me
Yo,
talk.
yo, get this garbage muncher, this fucking.
This is a low IQ argument. Just because it's
Yeah,
like
I'm low
oh,
key.
No, I said low IQ.
Don't worry,
argument.
YouTube. I ain't
Why?
gonna get there.
Cause you was in the FBI and you would take a bunch of tests and you this and you got so much. You got one
Not
experience.
Texas.
When the one black girl that you dated in your whole life of your career, you read a bunch of books.
This
you
nigga don't listen.
know a bunch of friends.
But we
and
know
you
this
know
already.
so much of black. You got 2 white employees and now you're not racist. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Bro,
Like I said, you a bigot.
bro. Okay.
I watch your shit.
Okay. So, well,
you disrespect black women.
yes,
you kick
I'm
about your show.
a. Here's the thing. I'm a proud bigot, man. Proud bigot, proud racist.
And
Sure.
I'm glad you said it.
Yep.
Conversation.
Because hey,
over.
somebody's got to call out the fucking monkey behavior like right now. So this is monkey
I'm
behavior.
a monkey.
Yeah, this is a monkey behavior right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Chimping
not
out.
gonna disrespect
Chimping
me,
out.
dude.
Yeah, you came up here trying to disrespect. So
I'm
it is
not
what it is.
disrespect you. I'm just
chipping
telling
out.
you what you preach.
Yo, you chipping out. You're not making any real arguments. You're just
Oh
talking
God,
about race.
I had to tell this nigga the other day, like, bro, you acting like a monkey, bro. Chimping out right now. Niggas don't know how to have proper discourse or have conversation or debate anything without chimping out. You know why? Because niggas don't have IQ. Niggas' IQs is low. When you get mad and you can't have a conversation, you see what I'm saying? You don't have good arguments and you see what I'm saying? Niggas start chimping out. Now you probably want to fight them. Oh, what? I'm a monkey? Wow. Oh, yeah, you chimping out, bro. Can't even speak. We don't even know what you're talking about.
Race, blah, blah, blah. This is the problem,
that's
bro.
what you
This is
do.
the problem with niggas, bro. This is the problem with y'all. This is some nigga shit right now.
You gonna call me a nigga, but you can't tell me where you from. Are you a nigga?
Look,
Where you from?
You watch the show, right?
Where you from?
Sudan.
Sudan.
Family's from Sudan, yeah.
Okay, a Middle Eastern nigga.
But now it's Middle
Talking
Eastern.
shit about black niggas.
It's North Africa.
Talk about black.
It literally means
Nigga said Middle East.
it's the land of the blacks. You know that, right?
But you downgrade black women.
What does that have
talk
to do with
shit about-
anything? What does that have to do with anything? I go off behavior. When they act like retards, I call them retards. This right now is retarded behavior, regardless of your skin color. If you're a white dude saying this dumb shit, I'd say you're a retard too. It's retarded behavior.
Because I'm telling you, you
Some
downgrade
dumb-
black women.
You just saying some dumb shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas just saying some dumb shit. You sound stupid, bro. Like, what? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, sometimes you just gotta tell a nigga, like, bro, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Niggas be slow, bro. And I said this last time. I clipped this too. I'm really finding out niggas really don't read. Niggas don't read. They don't research. They don't study. They don't look shit up. They don't do anything. They watch TikToks and watch fucking Instagram reels and watch Facebook reels and fucking go to sleep and go to bed and wake up and do the same shit every day. Niggas are dumb. A lot of them. Like the average, like I said, I think I heard the average American is a 6th grade level brain. 6th grade. So, like, I don't mind debating niggas. I love debating niggas because you get to actually learn different sides of the argument and hear good, talking points if they're, if they're any intelligent. But when niggas start being dumb, it becomes low IQ, and then it's become monkey noise at this point.
I'm a retard.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, this is low IQ. It's low IQ. 100% low IQ.
But at the end of the day, my nigga, that's why they demonetize you on YouTube.
Sure, and I
So
still
you
make
do
more
all
money
that-
than you.
Hey, I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
I know you do.
Guess what? You still a bigot at the end of the day.
A proud one too. I got my clan hood in the other room.
And guess what? I
Yeah.
guarantee your girl's a white girl.
No, she ain't actually. No.
Nigga, I see you walk around with that weak ass dog, nigga. With your white bitch. Come on, dude. You don't like black
This
bitches.
dude
Just say you
stalk
don't
it,
like.
bro. This dude's stalking.
He said, I
Huh?
see you
This
walk
dude's
around
talking,
with the
man.
dog.
So like I said, I didn't come to disrespect you.
No, you tried and you failed. That's the problem. Tried.
No,
Somebody knock.
you just
You failed.
no, do your thing, King.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't handle conversation.
There's no conversation. You came in here on some bullshit.
See, you can't get rid of
Right.
your security.
Niggas, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas be talking some bullshit out their ass. And oh, man, they be talking out their fucking ass, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, like, they be talking out their fucking ass.
Security to kick me out like you kicked the black bitches off your show.
What?
How you disrespect black women on your show?
Yeah.
You can't disrespect me. Cause I'm a nigga walk up here, throw this drink in your face, and let you know what's up.
Oh, you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably.
that won't be good,
I'm
man.
Hamilton.
That won't be good, bro.
I'm Hamilton though.
That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good.
Niggas being niggas. Get the watermelon in the Kool-Aid. Get the watermelon in the Kool-Aid.
Perfect.
Of course.
For those that are wondering, he's about 5'6". He's about 5'6". On some nigga shit, man. Bro, this is crazy. It's funny. It confirms all the stereotypes. Comes in, starts chimping out, starts acting crazy, having a good discussion, debate on higher IQ shit. This dude immediately makes it about black women, starts simping. Crazy. It's crazy, bro.
Oh, that's another girl.
Hey, man.
It's a girl came out. Okay.
Oh, hey, man. When they say, oh, you never talk to a man like that, there you go. There's your clip, niggas. Never say some bullshit about, he got a friend counsel just now.
I'm saying, I always talk to niggas regular. Like, if you saying some dumb shit, oh, yeah, nigga, you sound like, what, nigga? What are you talking about? Like, yeah, you sound dumb right now.
He got a street castle. It's an E for everybody, bro. It's fucking stupid ass guys, bro. Clowns, man. Okay. Yeah, what's up? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I 100% agree with you. Women should be in the kitchen. I'm 100% agree. So I 100% agree with you. Women should be in the kitchen.
Okay, so what are you here for?
Work. And so my mother, she's a woman.
Community in high school, and like me and my friends appreciate what you do for the community and
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We've been watching since high school, so we just wanted to say what's up. I saw you out here, so
Yeah,
here's
you
my friend Jay.
you saw the bullshit with this nigga, huh? Like, cool for women, the whole guy, bro. That and here's like a give son up to
fight. Can I talk?
Okay.
Can I talk?
Yeah, what's up?
So,
Okay, here we
just
go.
no dog in this fight. Curious about your opinion about the war in the Middle East. I don't have a pro and
For his turn, argue in realistic best.
Have quite uncovered yet, and there's been the invasion of Iran. That
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to set up Israel as that they're being profiled as that they've been ordered removed by a judge. They're not here legally.
But there's 4 raids going on, and
They have to move fraudulent documents, whatever. So they have to confirm. They have to figure that's what's required to take our country back and remove these illegal aliens. We got a problem.
So you don't believe any of the ICE agents do a
Horrible. This is what women actually want. Is it
Myron, women should be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You really believe that whole?
Oh, yeah,
Shout
here
out
goes
Myron.
nigga.
Shout out Myron.
Yo,
We're
What's
talking
up?
about that right there. Women should be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You really believe that wholeheartedly?
Yeah.
All the way 100%?
yes.
You don't believe there's any woman that exists out there that's built to be entrepreneurs or CEOs that got that drive in them and that was their path?
That's a minority.
It's a small minority, but you just made a broad statement saying it as if it applied to all women.
Yeah, it's a broad statement because the world works on generalities. Majority of women should be in the kitchen. Now, are there going to be some women out there that have higher IQs and are ambitious and can get stuff done? Sure. But the reality is that's a very small minority of women.
Then why don't you adjust your statement?
Because, I mean, the world
You know
operates-
that's going to piss people off. That's going to piss off a lot of women that's in those positions. Why would you say something like that?
Well, that proves my point, why they're inferior.
You
They
damn
can't
near
control their
losing
emotions.
hoes saying stuff like that. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to you.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
You losing biddies
Yeah.
like that, bro. You scaring the hoes away.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
really
just
care.
keeping it 100 with you right now.
I don't really care, bro, about losing hoes. I would argue.
You don't like hoes?
Yeah, I would argue being yourself and being authentic, even if you're offensive, women will respect that.
That's
So
unnecessarily offensive, though. You could add a little more precision to your statement. Have
So-
everybody happy, everybody more educated.
So here's the thing. The only thing I could do is I could say something that's generally true. I can't control if someone gets offended
all
by
right,
that.
this is what you need to do. Generally, women should be in the kitchen. Change my mind.
How about this? How about you set up a table? You put generally women should be in the kitchen
We can
on the
set
other
the
side,
table up.
and then you can go ahead
We
and
can
do
set
that.
the table up. It ain't
But-
gonna be no argument. Everybody gonna agree with me because it's facts.
Yeah, sure. Then you could go ahead and set up a table and do that for your
Right,
channel.
nigga.
I'm just saying, bro. That's
But-
wrong
but
right there. You
this
know,
is
you
generally
admitted it's wrong.
true.
You basically said, I got this right here, but it's 70% right.
No, like more like 95% right.
Still ain't 100.
Damn near 100.
Is it 100?
Damn near 100.
Is
Damn
it
near.
100?
Again, exceptions don't make the rule.
Hey, it's a yes or no question. Is it 100?
It's never going to be 100.
There we go.
It's like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is like female arguing right here. Like he's just running around the goalpost, running around the shit. He just keep running around in a circle, bro, about nothing. Like, oh man, like we get nowhere with this, cause nigga, it's like, nigga, are you dead ass right now? Like, are you dead ass, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, seriously, really, nigga, really, nigga. Like,
That's all I'm saying. There's exceptions to every rule, but it's statistically insignificant in such a small percentage.
How about this? I'll say this: the minority is definitely bigger than you think, especially in 2025, bro. Women is way more educated. They got way more opportunities, bro. There ain't nothing to laugh at. We see it all around.
why are you simping so hard, bro?
Around us. We in Brickell, Miami. Most of these females out here running their own business, solo dolo.
Actually, they're not, but that's fine. Like,
I mean, we know what goes on behind the scenes, but it's a decent amount of
Then,
women that's running.
wait. How do you say we know what goes on behind the scenes and then say they're running their own businesses? What the fuck, nigga? Like, what do you do? Do you have your cape on or you have it off, nigga? Like, tell us, please. Let us know. Stupid.
Own business, bro.
Bro,
oh,
let's be honest, man. A lot of the girls, when they're in college and getting educated, they get bullshit degrees to get a bullshit job. They might not even do that bullshit
Ain't women
job.
graduating from college at record levels right
With bullshit degrees, niggas is. Did you not just hear what this nigga just said? Niggas is going to college and getting fucking art degrees, nigga. That's what niggas is going to college and getting those stupid shit like that.
Yeah, they are.
And ain't men going down?
Business degree.
So we having more
Dumb
and more
nigga
women
shit.
entrepreneurs making 6 figures a year, and you think they belong in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They're clearly capable.
Yeah, no, they need to be in the kitchen.
And what's funny is they don't even want to do that shit. They don't even want to make 6 figures a year. They want to be in the kitchen. That's what I'm saying. This nigga is arguing. This is why y'all are. This nigga. You see this nigga right here? Anytime you see this nigga, think of him when you go to work every day. Think of this nigga. Because this is why y'all going to work. Because he know y'all capable. He said y'all could do the same shit I can. Think of this nigga right here every time you wake up, okay? Every time that fucking alarm wakes you up every day, you know, to go to work, and you got to drive and shit, and then you got to put your uniform on, or you got to put your stuff on, and you got to go get in your car, then you got to turn it on, and you got to drive all the way there, then you got to get out your car, then you got to start your day. Think of this nigga, that whole way there. Think of this nigga. He put you there. We trying to get you out of there. He put you there. He said you belong. That's what he said, nigga. He said y'all got it. So think of this nigga when y'all get up every day, okay? Think of him. He's the one that got you there.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm all for females being in their feminine energy. There are women out there that should definitely, be in the kitchen. That's where they flourish. You feel me?
That's the majority.
It could be it might be 61, 40, whatever right now.
That's still
it's a good amount of women, and it's increasing every day. 2025, Brickell, Miami, that should not be in the kitchen, bro. And you pissing them off saying that.
No, man, a majority should be in the kitchen.
All of them need to be back in the kitchen. The majority, no, all of them they take their ass back in there. We don't need nothing. No, none of them. We can't have footed now. Can't be half-footing it.
Women that are graduating from school, again, a lot of them graduate with bullshit degrees that don't really get them a job, right? They major in sociology, some other stuff. This is why women attend college at a higher rate, but they also major in dumber majors. And they don't really contribute to infrastructure. Despite the fact that they're graduating at higher rates, they still are not in job fields that lead to infrastructure, right? Plumbing, blue-collar work, construction, engineering, like anything that has to do with like human infrastructure, they're not involved. They're doing, office jobs with air conditioning. So men still build the world despite the fact not being represented at colleges. And also, let's be honest, the academic world has now turned into a progressive cesspool where people can push their leftist ideologies. It's not necessarily about learning a skill set anymore and becoming intelligent and competent.
Here to talk about all
it's about
that.
pushing leftist agendas.
Hey, at least I got you to admit that sign a little wrong, and I was right.
Bro, you're not right about
You admitted it like 3 times, folks.
Bro.
3 times,
See, here's the thing. It's called common sense and being able to understand nuances. It's very difficult for things to be absolutely true every single time. However, in general, most women should be in the kitchen because most women need to have families and, push society that way versus pursuing a career. And that's why I say more women are not pursuing that, and that's why we have the problems that we have.
Do you admit there's millions of women out there that flourish pursuing their career?
That what?
Flourish pursuing their career.
Again, that is a minority.
Do you admit that it exists, though?
Bro, this nigga is here to argue, bro.
Do you admit that?
That's what I'm saying, but like, sure, they flourish in their careers, but do they want to do that? No! Stupid. That's what this nigga's not hearing. But that's what Myron's not saying that either. But sure, she does great. I promise you, she doesn't want to do that. She don't want to do that shit. You think Jonah does that? You think she likes doing that shit? Oh, you niggas ain't learned yet, did you? You ain't learned, huh? Stupid.
It
Next
exists.
person on, bro.
Hey, he's scared to debate me. All,
No,
hey,
bro, because you're making
Tap in.
you're making a really bad argument. Because you're making an argument for the exception and the minority.
the exception is way ain't one.
It's called losing hoes. The crux of my argument. You losing us hoes, nigga. So, yeah. What's up?
Hi there. First of all, I don't think women should be in the kitchen. Because of women, you exist. That's
This is exactly why she should be in the kitchen. The first thing she says is, because of woman, you exist. No. Because of man, you exist, all right? Women bring you, man may give her their life. So without a man, you don't exist.
that's why you are here.
Fantastic.
Do you know this earth is called Gaia? Do you even know that this earth is called Mother Gaia?
Yeah, sure.
This is for, I'm gonna pause this. This is a great example of bitches you watch out for her. She's like in Looney Tune world. She's already talking about, did you know Earth was called Mother Gaia? That's the last thing that bitch should say to you. The last thing that bitch should say to you. Once she says that, that should be a block, unmatched, something. That should be the last thing you let that bitch say to you. Because we already know she's not in reality. She's calling Mother Earth Gaia and shit. She probably fucking bathed with the plants and shit. Can't, don't deal with that.
By the way,
I want you to give your position. So you're saying that women shouldn't be in the kitchen because I came from one? That's the argument?
well, what I'm trying to tell you is that women shouldn't be in the kitchen. Even in the Bible, you came on this earth. You have a free will. If you want to eat,
Yeah, but in the Bible, women still had duties that they did. Goofball.
go to the kitchen and cook for yourself. I'm not here to breastfeed a man who is looking for healing. Do you get me right?
See, she's not from here. And you can hear it from her accent that she's not from here. This is what happens when they come over and they start getting fucked in the head right here. Right here. Like in her accent, she's not, this is not what y'all do over there. That's not what y'all do. I can hear the accent. That's not what y'all do over there. But she done came, and then she's in Miami, so you already know she's fucked.
I just want to make sure I
A
have.
lot of men who believe women should be in the kitchen are men who don't believe in being your own boss. As a woman, you have to be your own boss, your own manager, and your own scripture. You are the architecture of your own life. If you want to eat, go to the kitchen and cook yourself.
Okay. So that's your argument?
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just letting you know that if you want to be in the kitchen, go to the kitchen by yourself. At the end of the day,
Just yapping. Just yapping. Just yapping.
feminine energy, But I agree with you on that one, though. But just because a woman should be, just because a woman is a woman, shouldn't be in the kitchen. I think everybody has.
To say else. And again, guys, because we got a big crowd here, the topic is either women should be in the kitchen, the Israel-Iran war. We could talk about whatever. I don't have a sign for the Israel-Iran war.
Have a desire to have a career. So it's like, what do I do until I get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, look, I talk a lot about how hard it is for men to date women that are traditional, but, I'd be very foolish to not admit that from the female perspective is also tough, because feminism hasn't just hurt women, it's also hurt men, because a lot of guys don't feel the need to rise up to their duties and be a protector or provider. A lot of guys nowadays want a 50-50 relationship with a woman. Yeah. So I would say step one is making sure that you find a guy that believes in traditional values. Like if you find some progressive guy that wants to go half and half with you, that's going to be a miserable existence. Yeah. And then also you mentioned that you're Christian. Finding someone that has those values as well is going to be super important. But the family court deals with it. was created.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
All right, all right. I'm here to debate on why women should not be in the kitchen.
Okay.
So after marriage, I have a question.
Went down on. All right. Go ahead.
So 50% of marriages in the United States end up in divorce, correct?
Roughly. Yeah.
Yes. So 82% of men in marriages ask for prenups. If you search up that statistic, it is true. What do you expect women whose only capability is being in the kitchen and cleaning to do after that divorce with the prenup? And they
Okay.
don't have any assets or money
Right.
given to them.
Sure. Good question. Well, the family laws actually were written with that taken into account. This is why men get destroyed in divorces a lot of times nowadays, because what's happened is the family court system was created specifically to protect women from that very problem that you mentioned. She devotes her life to him, devotes her life to the family, to the kids, etc. And they don't want it where he rug pulls her, leaves with everything, and she's destitute. So that's why alimony, child support, all of these things were put into place to protect women from that. The problem, though, is that the laws haven't caught up to feminism and progressivism, giving women, equal rights and equal ability to earn. So I would say, year-old guy would be able to get visible to the no
Five.
just now.
But yeah.
No. I'm just like over. No, like that. 16. Why?
And I'm still right.
No. It's not about that. This proves my point. Like 16-year-old girls should be at home because this is now by doing that.
I just want to say the last girl ate down. But you said a point where, women should be in the kitchen. Well, first of all, I'm from Ireland and I have a podcast called Get the Gist. Follow the vibes. But yeah.
It's invisible to those that have it. Like over here, like I always say privilege is invisible to those that have it. Do you think a 16-year-old guy would be able to get like certain things like in life? Or her being different lives.
No, I feel like a 16-year-old boy, if he was educated enough
You're at home. Kitchen.
Okay. Everyone.
When men deal with women, it doesn't refute that women should still be in the kitchen.
Like, it's a life skill. Where do you cook?
So this is what I'm saying. When men deal with women, right, we have to bring a lot of value to the table.
I don't understand.
Okay.
Like niggas aren't giving
Everyone brings
good
value.
Niggas
No,
aren't
women
saying
really don't.
anything.
And I'll explain why.
To you.
Okay, who's pickier, men or women?
1 second. Do you have a missus? Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like, I just want
I'm
to know
asking you.
context.
I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant.
Okay.
We're having an objective discussion.
Okay.
I'm asking you. Who's pickier, men or women?
Men are so picky. Men
Women are definitely pickier than men. What the
who know
fuck?
their value anyways. Men who like have worth or have self-worth, they are very picky.
Okay.
Yeah.
In general,
Yeah.
who's pickier, men or women of the opposite gender?
Women aren't picky, to be honest. Like, women need three things. What the main thing women need in this life is to feel safe.
Okay, again, the question is,
Yeah.
who is pickier?
Men.
Okay, see, we can't even have a real conversation because that's biologically incorrect.
Why is it biologically correct? Incorrect?
Because women have far more standards for men than men have of women.
But to be honest, like, would you say you're a man that's making money and like, is doing well?
Yes.
You'd be picky. You look picky.
But I got in a position where I can afford to be picky now.
Exactly. Women have gone to the position to feel picky.
No,
to
they're
be
not.
picky.
A woman could be 18 years old and be picky and brought nothing to the table. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
But can I tell you
Men-
something? I think it's how you view it, because you can be 16 and be picky. Like, you can be like, yeah, I actually want a poodle instead of a.
The reason a nigga couldn't be 16 and picky is because at 16 he has not guaranteed, unless the nigga is a famous person's son. Like if it's Jaden Smith, sure, Jaden Smith could be picky. Jaden Smith, but because he was born with a status like a woman. But a regular average guy can't be picky at 16 because he doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have money. He doesn't even have a job. So he has to take what he can get.
Rottweiler, you can actually be picky. Like, that was a very lazy example, but you can be picky too. I think being picky is very subjective. Everyone
Okay,
can be picky.
let's go through this because I don't know if you're debating in bad faith if you can't make simple biological concessions on the discussion.
Okay,
it's very simple.
Biological,
Men and-
right? So
Yes.
men, woman,
Yes.
coochie, penis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because
go.
everything starts there.
Right.
So once we start there, that men and women are different. They're
Yeah.
not the same.
Okay, so
let's go
difference
into.
from
Okay, you gotta
gender.
stop. You gotta stop.
You gotta shut the fuck up. Like, bitch keeps talking. Nigga, we can't even hear shit.
You gotta stop.
Sorry.
Because I'm trying to explain the
apologize.
concept here and why you're not correct.
Okay, go on.
Men and women are different.
Yes.
Men are looked at as protectors, providers, leaders.
Yeah.
Women are looked at as nurturers, and they want a man that's stronger than them, that's going to take care of them. So, in other words, women have far more requirements of men than men have of women. Okay? Women are more selective. Why? Because they carry children.
Yeah.
They can only bring one child to term per year. So when they do have a seed put in them, they need to make sure it's from the best man that they can get. Women want quality, men
Yeah.
want quantity.
Yeah.
Okay? So, since women want quality, by definition, okay, they're more selective than men are.
Right.
Okay?
Don
So
DeMarco.
what I'm saying is, since men don't ask for much, what we really ask for, the things matter less. Or sorry,
Okay.
excuse me, the things matter more.
Right.
So since we don't ask for much, we want peace, maybe some food, you to not be a whore.
Right.
3 things really.
Yeah.
Each of those things have way more weight.
Yeah.
So what I'm arguing is if a woman can't be in the kitchen and cook, she's effectively significantly
Useless.
more useless. Because we don't ask for much.
Okay.
Whereas a guy, he can be ugly, but he can make up for that in other ways.
Yeah.
He could go ahead and get money. He could be charming. He could be charismatic. He
Yeah.
can have some status. Men can make up for their lack of sexual market value.
Okay.
Women really can't. If you're a whore or you're ugly or you don't do what you're supposed to do,
That's
you're effectively
crazy.
useless.
Those
Because
words
men
are
and women are
crazy.
not the same with how we mate select.
Okay.
Okay, that's very important. Since we mate select,
Just like I would say to a homeless nigga, you're useless, bro. What the fuck? Why would she want to be with you, bro? You're useless, nigga. You a useless ass nigga out here, bro.
Perfect.
I would say that to a homeless nigga. So I don't understand why fat bitches that don't cook, I'd be like, bro, you're useless. You really useless. Like, you big as hell. You're not even good to look at, and you don't cook. Fuck. What are we doing? Like, holy shit.
Fatality.
Can't be useless.
in completely different ways, we look for different things.
Yeah.
So when a woman can't cook or isn't in the kitchen, a part of her duties, she's basically absolving. So
Okay.
why am I even with her?
To be honest, like a woman should learn how to cook as a man should. But obviously, you said, back to biology. Back in the olden days, women were gatherers, men were hunters.
Okay,
It was
let me
kind
ask
of
you a
more like
question
a
real
team.
fast. Let me ask you
I'm
a
not
question.
done because I let you land.
Hold on.
So I'm not
Hold
done.
on.
Let me.
No. Because
Let me.
Wrong. That's not how that works.
I'm gonna test your
Because I
logic
let
here.
you. Okay, go on.
Let me test your logic. Because you said a man should learn how to cook anyway. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you go to boxing class, right?
Okay.
And you train to fight,
Yeah.
right? Someone comes up and assaults you and you're there with your boyfriend.
Assaults me.
Yeah. So
Like
some
how?
guy,
Headlock.
yeah, he hits
No,
you,
he's whooping
right?
your ass,
Yeah,
bitch.
In the face, in the belly.
Wait, I mean,
Oh man, I can't stand motherfuckers like that's what I'm saying. Like niggas do not know how to have conversation. That's why I don't really conversate with niggas because they don't really know how to have real conversations and like be like genuine and they're goofy with it. Like it's so annoying.
I mean, he hits you. I'm just this
Stupid.
just a
Depends.
scenario here.
Because like if it's in the belly, I can take it. If it's the eye, I can't take it.
And this is why they're single and alone and by themselves. This is why.
All right, he hits you, right?
Okay.
Are you gonna what if your man looks at you and says, "Oh, well, you know how to fight. You got this one." No,
Yeah.
you would want him to do what he's supposed to do, which is protect you, right?
No, but like to be honest, that example was kind of like 2 out of 10 because if we're in a boxing ring, like that shit's supposed to happen. Maybe if we're
This is what happens when you don't listen. And you just run your fucking mouth. And you just want to talk. You don't really want to have a conversation. You just want to fucking run your mouth because you didn't like what you heard and you didn't like what you see. So you had to say something. This is great examples of why these motherfuckers belong right with them pots and pans in that damn kitchen.
in the supermarket, like what you guys have Target here, we have Lidl in Europe. If it was at the shopping mall, then like I understand where my man needs to.
This is precisely why women need to be in the kitchen. They can't grasp logically sound analogies. Like
No,
this
but
is
like
why.
no, but to be honest with you, I'm expressing an opinion. I respected your opinion, even though I might not agree with it. So if I'm talking,
We're not giving out opinion. That's what I'm trying to tell them. I'm not giving you an opinion. I'm giving you an objective fact. There's some shit you could go look up online right now. Look the stats up right now if you need to, nigga. I'm not giving you what the fuck I think. I'm telling you what I know, nigga. I'm not telling you niggas what I just pulled out my ass. I'm guessing and I just had this conversation and this is what it is. No, nigga, I'm telling you what the stats say.
Perfect.
you can acknowledge it instead of diminishing it. Because, like, can I tell you what your problem is? You saying women shouldn't be in the kitchen, that's not the problem. Women being in the kitchen, like, that's what women were actually grown up to do. They're supposed to
No, they
take
weren't.
care of babies and be in the kitchen, right?
No, they weren't taught to do that. Maybe where you're from, I think she said somewhere in Africa, right? That's what they taught.
But I think it's more so your tone and, like, you know, the vibes.
She's like, oh, I don't like the way you said it. Well, bitch, get away from me. Stop talking and get away from me then. You don't like the way I said some shit?
That you do deliver it in, you know what I mean? You might be a chill guy, you're actually a chill guy, but the way you deliver it may be the problem. But yeah, like, obviously you didn't acknowledge my, like, point.
So
do you remember
I
my
guess-
point?
So it's how I said it versus what I said.
Okay.
Is that the problem? That's
No,
the issue?
No, yeah, I think your delivery maybe. However, like, do you know how to cook yourself?
Okay,
Wait,
let's
where you-
address
no, what's
the
your- wait, no,
delivery.
Can I talk, please? Because I let you land.
She-
Where are you
She just said, do you know how to cook yourself?
from?
Nah, this is brain rot. This is brain rot. Disingenuous. I don't even want to waste my time. Brain rot, yeah, that's me. Okay.
The sexual market.
All right.
What's up, Myron? How are you, man?
What's up?
I feel like the sexual market value graph would help you a lot trying to explain the role Tomasi graph, kind of like it'll explain a lot more so people, you know, so you don't have to go all over the place, and it kind of gives you more.
Hello.
Yo.
What's your name, bro?
What's up, man?
How you doing? I'm Del.
Okay, what's up?
What's your name?
It's Myron.
Hi, Myron. That's fine.
Hey, I'm Kaya. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I just want to say, man, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you because I'm actually the cook in my house.
Okay.
I cook good. But guess what? I didn't know she could cook. For the longest time, I liked my meals, and then she fucking blew me out of the water.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So here's the thing. So
Okay.
I, like a lot of women, rightfully so, was terribly in my masculine for so long out of safety and trauma. Once I healed, it transformed our relationship, and I was able to trust stepping into my femininity, and then it just changed everything. So really, I would say to the ladies, you know, I understand that there's like a lot of trauma going on, and you don't want to give your femininity away to anybody who doesn't deserve it. It's better to stay single instead of meeting someone in trauma and, you know, continuing that cycle. But just being in my feminine, I'm happier than I've ever been. And I never thought that I would say that because I was the last person that ever thought that I would be standing here right now saying that. But here I am.
Well, I'm glad cautionary tale for the ladies.
Yeah, no, and for a while, she's right, because for a while I was kind of in my feminine. As you can see, I have eyeliner on, so I still have some of that shit. But it was a long process, man. For the longest time, I kind of let her emotions run where the relationship was going. I kind of stepped back and let her lead a little bit.
Okay.
And then as I started to understand that she was becoming more softer as I became stronger, I started to realize that the importance of being the masculine protective type that you're talking about
God.
made her feel more feminine and more safe.
Exactly,
And then she started
exactly.
to open up, and then we had a better relationship after 5 years.
Okay. No, that's great. I'm glad that you guys were able to, because most relationships like don't last like that. So that's great that you guys were able to make that shift and make it better. So that's good.
We came in the beginning very, very hard because we both had rebounds.
Okay.
And then it was very, very, and then we reversed it after time. It's like, why am I with this girl? Why is she,
Yeah.
she was saying the same thing. Why is she with me? And then it started to, I don't know, just unfold after time.
Cool. All right. Fair.
I would say that we actually started on rock bottom and then we healed our way into love. And so it's possible.
All right.
You know?
Glad that you guys
Thanks,
were able
Myron.
to
All
make it work.
right.
Yeah, that's.
All right.
How much we need more of you.
Got a good little success
Good
story type shit, you know. See what happens. See what happens. You staying your masculine. I'm telling you, niggas. I'm trying to tell you. It's just what they like.
What's your name?
Myron, how are you?
Myron, nice to meet you. Are you married?
All right, guys. We're an hour and 38 in. You niggas have had me for an hour and 38 minutes. You see what I do for you niggas? You see what I do for you motherfuckers? We didn't even react to any. Look at this goofy ass nigga. We didn't even react to anything on fucking X. like making this play. But yeah. All right, chat. Today's Monday. You know it'll be live Friday. We'll probably finish the Andrew Tate and the Fresh and Fit Friday, you know, because these are long ass videos. Niggas doing this for 2 hours and 28 minutes talking to this bitch, and this nigga did this for 3 hours and 16. Like, fuck. But it's okay. That just gives us content to fucking watch and react to. So yeah, we'll finish that off Friday, and yeah, I ain't got nothing else for you motherfuckers. Stop being simps. We don't argue with bitches. And this is a dictatorship. My way or the highway. You feel me? That's just how you gotta run it, guys. If you don't run it like that, then she'll run all over you. Okay? That's just how it goes. Just how the way the world flows type shit.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, if y'all ever want to come on the show, debate me, have any questions or anything, just DM me. IG or X, you know, that's where I'm mostly able to be reached at. Yeah, and that's it. I appreciate everybody for stopping by today, and I will see y'all boys Friday. Peace!
The bitch shaking it, showing it. You this, you that. We laughing at them together. Oh! So stop treating these like they mean something.
Let's go on TikTok.